Hi all, welcome to my channel. This is Staying Forever Young Naturally, and I am Amila. On this episode, I want to talk about hot flashes, and I want to talk about it from my point of view and my experience, right? But before I go into it from my point of view and experience, I just want to tell a quick story of how I learned about hot flashes. When maybe I was in my middle 20s. I don't think late 20s, but I know it must have been earlier middle 20s. And one time I was having a conversation with my mom at her house, and I remember looking at her while I was talking, and you know how you just sometimes turn your face or your head? I don't know if I was looking at my purse or something like that. I turned away for maybe 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 seconds, and by the time I looked up, her whole face wasn't not red, it was burgundy, and it looked as if all the pores in her face was completely open and water was like gushing out of it. I was mortified. I said, Mom, what is wrong with you? And she started fanning herself. She's like, I'm having a hot flash. I said, but I don't understand. Did it just come out of nowhere? Like, I was just looking at you a second ago, and now you look like you need like a fire hydrant to cool you off. And she's fanning. She was like, yes, this is what hot flashes are. And I said, am I gonna get that when I get your age? And she said, yes. And I was like, oh, hell no. I don't want anything to do with that. Okay. So fast forward to today. All right. So me at my, even though I've been on this earth 50 years, I'm going to give you, all right, I'm going to explain to you how I have experienced what is known as a quote unquote hot flash. So for me, I'm fine. Everything is irie. I don't get hot flashes, knock on wood or whatever. I don't know if they're gonna come later. I don't know, but I have experienced them before. And I'm going to explain to you the 3 ways that I have experienced it, and maybe it will, I don't know, maybe it'll give you a second look on what you're doing in your life if you are experiencing a multitude of hot flashes. So first and foremost, the reason why I'm doing this video is because I have this beautiful, deep royal purple faux, fake fur faux type throw that my little sister gave me. I love that throw. It's so pretty. I love it, and it's just, I don't know, it's like one of my favorites. You know how you have a favorite item, a favorite blankie. We can put it like that, okay? But that particular throw is made of those 2 sisters, which I do not bring into my life because I know how I react to them. And when I say those 2 sisters, I'm talking about Polly and Esther. Polyester, that material for me is like kryptonite. It does things to me and my body that I have never experienced before. So I pretty much stay away from that material. But because this particular blanket of my faux fur, it's so cute and elegant. I should have brought it. I should have had it on me while I'm doing this. It's such a cute throw. I fell asleep with the throw on me the other night, right? And when I cover up my whole body. I don't know how to just cover up my face. Just cover up my body. I cover up my face and everything when I sleep. Don't ask me. I don't know. It's something that I got from my grandma. When I did this, I noticed in the middle of the night, I woke up with what felt like a hot flash. My entire body had turned into, like, I guess a hellfire. Now, not to the point to where it was sweat and everything coming out. It's like an internal heater was turned on my body, and it was so intense that it woke me up, and I was like, am I having a hot flash? And then I had to remember, oh, Mila, you are sleeping with your favorite blankie, and your favorite blankie consists of the two sisters, Pauline and Esther. So I had to put her away, and last night I slept with my 100% Egyptian cotton cover like I normally usually do. And of course, there was no hot flash or hot intense heater or anything like that coming from my body. So the reason why I'm telling you this story is because any time that I sleep or sleep with fabrics that are considered synthetic or unnatural, i.e. polyester, or any plastic or anything like that, it does something to I'm just gonna guess and say my electronic field, my electromagnetic field, which does something to my nervous system, which does something to the hormones in the body that thus create an effect of me having a hot flash. So if you are suffering from hot flashes, and again, this is just from my point of view, I would suggest you try to use fabrics that is of wool, if you're not allergic to it, 100% wool, if you're not allergic to it, 100% cotton, if you're not allergic to it, or a cotton copper blend of fabrics on your bed or in your clothes or around you. And if you notice that the hot flashes aren't as intense when you use such a material, I would go and do more research and do some more experiment. Do an experiment to see if those hot flashes are being induced based on the material that you are surrounding yourself with, especially while you're sleeping. Now, I will caution you, 100% cotton, and I like an Egyptian or organic cotton, wool, and copper-based material, or not material, copper-based, material. It's not cheap. But if a hot flash wakes you up in the middle of the night, and that's not considered cheap as well, right? Because it's your sanity, then I would suggest pay the money and experiment with it, okay? So that's the first time that I experienced a hot flash based on the Pauline and Esther, those two sisters. And even prior to having hot flashes, for some reason, when I was younger and I would wear something that was made from polyester, it would make me musty and stinky. So me and polyester, we just don't get along, or any other type of unnatural material, right? We just don't get along. So that's one of them. Number two, as far as hot flashes that I've experienced, I don't do sugar. And I try to eat as healthy as possible. But every now and then, especially during the holidays or during like birthday celebration with family and things of that nature, sometimes they will bust out the cake that is of high quality. It's a good sugar in it, right? Not high fructose corn syrup or any of that cheap sugar. I have over the years ate some birthday cake, right? And what it did to me, sugar in general, but I'm just saying, because I've intake the sugar. Something about sugar causes my body to have a reaction that is of hot flashes, right? It will wake me up. I don't care when I eat that sugar in a day. When I go to sleep, that sugar will induce or cause me to have a hot flash, and I will wake up from that hot flash. And then while the hot flash is going on, I'm like, what in the hell did I do to cause myself to have a hot flash? And I go, oh, the sugar. It's something about sugar is demonic. And I'm just gonna keep it real. If you ever like paid attention, go watch the movie. What is that movie that Oprah Winfrey played in? Beloved. Watch the movie Beloved, and you will see when that demon was craving something to eat, it was just drinking nothing but sugar. And most people, okay, I'm not going to say that. Demons, devils, low vibrational entities, for some reason, love sugar. They feed off of sugar. Why? I don't know. I think I need to do more research on that to figure out why. All I know is I've realized it, I've seen it, and if you are full of parasites, the one thing that you're gonna crave is sugar. When I was full of parasites, the one thing that I crave was sugar. When I removed those parasites, I didn't have the sugar craving anymore. I don't crave sugar. Now, every now and then I want something sweet, and that's when I eat my fruit. But as far as craving sugar, that does not happen anymore once I remove those parasites. So it's something about low entities, low vibration, parasites, if you want to say demon, devils, whatever. When it comes to sugar, I don't know why, it feeds them. So for me, when I put that sugar into my body, the reaction is a hot flash. So if I eat sugar, I got to be ready to know that night, guess what? There's going to be a hot flash that's going to take place. And then last but not least, I'm trying to make sure this bee don't come. Okay, he stay away. Last but not least, the third time that I have noticed that I've experienced a hot flash is when I had COVID. I don't know why. I think in my experience, COVID, from a spiritual perspective, to me, it's a demon, right? It's a demon. They inject it, and it may cause you to have the flu or physical symptoms. But for me, I feel like it's demonic, right? Because when it was in my body, I wasn't really having the symptoms, but for some reason, it will wake me up in the middle of the night, and my entire chest will be covered with sweat. So I would have a hot flash, right? When I have a hot flash, I don't sweat. It's just my whole body feels like a damn heater. I feel like I'm a lava rock. But for some reason, when it came to COVID, and when it was in my body, and when my body was fighting it at night, I would not only have a hot flash, but my entire chest would be wet, and I would wake up with just like ounces of water and sweat on my chest. And I did that until I was able to completely get all of the remnants of COVID out of my body, because I do everything natural. So of course, if you get a chance, go look at my video on the power of peppers, and I speak about how I cleared it from my body with those peppers. But for some reason, and maybe that's what a true hot flash is for me, I don't know. I haven't experienced that since COVID, but for some reason, like I said, with COVID, the hot flash would wake me up in the middle of the night, and the sweats on the chest. I had never seen anything like that before, right? So I hope this has been helpful for all of my girlies out there dealing with hot flashes and looking for new strategies, new ways, new methods that, you know, that maybe the people haven't talked about, or the masses haven't kind of put out there for you to experiment with. So number one is make sure you are, especially when you're sleeping, even with your clothing, if you want to, make sure you're not dealing with any synthetic material. Make sure it's cotton, 100% cotton, 100% wool, or copper-based material. See if that works. Make sure you put in, again, I did a video, food is information. Make sure you putting the right foods in to make sure you don't induce a hot flash, i.e. eliminate the sugars, especially the fake, over-processed, high fructose. Eliminate that and see how that treats you. And then last but not least, if you dealing with COVID, most people, I don't know, maybe it's still out there. Most people aren't. But if you're still dealing with any type of virus or infection in the body, and you're noticing that your hot flashes are being a little bit more increased, maybe it's because of the virus that's in the body. The spiritual aspect of it may be affecting your electromagnetic field or your spirit field, right? Your spirit is fighting with that spirit, because everything is a spirit of that virus or that bacteria or that germ, because COVID does have a spirit, right? So if you notice that you're feeling sick, and those hot flashes are more intense, just kind of wait and see until you have all of the virus or anything else like that out of you, to see if those hot flashes kind of dissipate and not be as intense. So I hope this has provided a little bit more of a perspective while you go out there and experiment what works for you and what does not, because there's no one size that fit for anybody when it comes to anything, but especially for the hot flashes. I'm so glad that now, with me being on this earth 50 years, even though I identify between 38 and 40, that I'm not at this point plagued with hot flashes. I do believe in my mind, so because I believe this, I program this into my spirit and my energy field, that that is not an objective that I will have to deal with, because I take care of my body, and mentally, physically, and spiritually, and I make sure I put in those things that keep me young and vibrant, right? So until the next time, stay healthy, stay aligned, stay vibrant while you on this road of staying forever young naturally, because you can, right? You are your best, let me see how I'm going to say this. Yeah, you are your best advocate in controlling your vessel as to what you want it to do. Now, if you want to claim hot flashes and what is it called, menopause and things of that nature, go right ahead. I'm not. That's just my choice, and I'm not judging anybody that that want to. I just choose not to claim it. So until the next time, talk to you guys soon. Mwah, mwah, mwah. Love you. Stay cool if you're flashing. Bye.